If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. What's going on, folks? It's MrBucketlist here, and today I'll be showcasing everything food on Utopia of the Seas. First, starting off with the specialty dining, and then after that I'll be showing all the included dining, which has the MDR, the Solarium Bistro, all the different side restaurants, and then lastly I'll be showing the buffet. So this is a lot of restaurants, this is a long video, let's get right to it. First, we're going to start off with the specialty dining. So this is for those who have either the dining package or if you just want to do a la carte. Here you go right here. This was that hooked seafood. Now the quality of this food was actually really good. This fried calamari, for example, was amazing. I did not like these oyster shots. And so the cool thing is if you have a drink package or if you're like me and you're diamond, only one drink, you can get 4 shots for one drink, which is actually pretty cool, but it was nasty. This right here was so good. Oh my god. So it's like this Cajun grilled lobster and then lobster mac and cheese. I highly recommend getting that lobster mac and cheese and also that grilled lobster. It was fantastic. This brownie was good as well. Now on to Chop's Grill. So I've had this lunch many times. So I always get the key every time I do Royal Caribbean. It usually includes this meal. This was my favorite. This actually took place, but it's going to be on pretty much all the same on all the cruises. Colossal shrimp, very good. It comes with tartar and cocktail sauce. And then after that, you can get either filet mignon or you can get a filet mignon burger. Or they just have different things, but I got this right here. It was fantastic. Oh my god, it was so good, and that little sauce that goes with it. Now, the potato fritters I didn't like that much, but the steak fries are really good. And then this red velvet cheesecake, so good. And then this is the burger I was talking about. So I don't like sweet potatoes, so I didn't eat the fries, but the burger was okay. I would still recommend just getting the filet mignon. And then here go the sides. Now the sides used to be a lot bigger, but they changed it up. This is a must-do. Whether it's in Chops or just in that regular dining room, you have to get that molten lava cake. It is so good. And then on in Giovanni's kitchen. So everything in Giovanni's kitchen that I had was fantastic. Everything. There was not a single thing I did not like. This was my favorite. This meatball with the cheese inside. Chicken parm was good as well. It was unique. I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but it was just unique. It was different. And then this is good as well, the chocolate ravioli. Oh my god. So yeah, Giovanni's another one. Honestly, all of Royal Caribbean specialty dinings are pretty good. This right here is considered specialty dining, but anyone can pretty much go in there without reservations. Playmakers, that was my guy, Jay Merritt. The wings here are fantastic. They're a lot better than the room service wings that you can get. And this campfire cookie, whoo! I really like Playmakers because, of course, the vibe is in a sports bar. But not only that, the food itself, because it's all a la carte, it's actually pretty cheap. So like those wings, for example, they were $8, now I think they're like $9 or $10. The fries are cheap, like $5. There's just really good prices for the amount of food that you get. You must get the Playmakers fries. You have to get those. And then those wings. And this is the burger, the Playmaker burger. Now, it does come with the Playmaker fries, so don't be a rookie like I did and order a side of Playmaker fries and then get a burger and realize it comes with double fries. So, yeah, don't do that. And then also get that sundae so you can get the little helmet cup. That's cool as well. Playmakers, if you want like a good, nice, lively atmosphere, I highly recommend it. The mason jar. Now, being I was actually raised in the South, North Carolina, I'm very used to Southern food. And this is almost like a Cracker Barrel version of Southern food, where what I mean is it's generic and it just doesn't taste like real authentic Southern food. But on a cruise ship, it's very unique. And so with that said, I still recommend it. Besides that chicken and waffle, oh, that was disgusting. But everything else was pretty good. Again, if you want to try something different, I highly recommend the mason jar. Now on to the Solarium Bistro. So this bistro, it's pretty much like a mini buffet. This is included. Everything I just showed previously was upcharged. This is free of charge going to the Solarium Bistro. It does change from the breakfast to lunch to dinner. So they do have 3 different meal periods in here. And like I said, it's a lower key breakfast. Now, I will say this. In the morning, it's usually very busy, especially when there's an excursion because people know this is an easier place to get breakfast than the buffet. Excuse me. So in the morning, it's going to be very busy, but during the day and especially at night, it's not going to be that bad. At night, it's actually pretty easy to get in here. So just know that. But essentially, whatever they have in the buffet, they're going to have some of those items down here. Now, not everything, but they will have some of the same items down here. And the cool thing is it's right near the actual solarium. So I mean, if you want to get a dip in the pool before or after, whatever, it's right there for you just to chill. Now what I did right here was, because a lot of people like to complain about, oh my God, you go too fast in the buffet, this and that. So what I did was actually slowed it down. I put it in 60 frames per second and I slowed it down to half the speed so you can see. So people, again, the reason why I have to go fast in the buffet is I am not Matt from Royal Caribbean Blog. I'm not all these other shills out there. I don't get special access to do these videos. So I literally have to record these videos while the buffets are fully functioning, and people will run you over. They will move you out the way. They will yell at you. They'll just be very rude at you, and it makes sense. They're just trying to eat while you're trying to get videos. So if it seems like I'm rushing through these buffets and stuff like that, that's the reason why. And so I have done this trick to kind of slow things down so you all can kind of see if the video looks a little bit weird. So this is what I got right here. And everything is pretty good. You're made to order omelet. Very enjoyable. Okay, so this is a different meal period right here. This is going to be the lunchtime. So as you can see, like I said, it changes up from breakfast to lunch to dinner. I actually do like the Solarium Bistro. Honestly, I will say this. I would prefer to go here versus the buffet, depending on the night. Now, the buffet does have theme nights, which I'll show in a bit. But when they don't have a theme night, when it's just regular buffet food, I would rather come down here to Solarium because it's so much more convenient. And they do have grilled skirt steak and all that. And the food is nice and fresh. So as you all can see, steak, ribs, mashed potatoes, and fish. And then the salad, a Caesar salad. El Loco Fresh. So this is, again, one of the generic Mexican places that's on board. I do like this as well, especially because it's on the pool deck, so it's easy to just grab a burrito or a taco and then just grab a seat and just chill. This is complimentary on this cruise ship as well. Like I said, everything going forward is complimentary. I do like this place. Now, the one thing I don't like is how they have the toppings bar just out in the open, and you'll see like flies and stuff around there, so that's kind of a turn off. And no, this is not as good as Blue Iguana on Carnival. I'm just put it out there, but it's not bad. And this is the toppings bar right here. Now it's time for the main dining room. So the main dining room is the main reason why I started doing Royal Caribbean full-time. Now, I don't do Royal Caribbean full-time anymore, but I got hooked to it because their dining room food was so good compared to other cruise lines that I've been on. At the time of my first time doing Royal Caribbean, I had been on MSC, I had been on NCL, and those two other cruises. And this dining room blew me away. And so as you all can kind of see from the actual meals here, they have some really good high-quality food in this dining room. Now, it does, of course, change from ship to ship. I'm not going to lie. But at least on the cruises I've been on, I have never had a bad experience in the dining room. And just like the buffet, so they do have different theme nights in the dining room as well. So, I mean, they have theme nights in the buffet, in the dining room, and then if you want a consistent meal, you go to the Solarium or you go to one of the specialty dinings. French onion soup, one of my favorites. Look at all that cheese, y'all. Look at that. Surf and turf. So steak and lobster, this is included. Look at that creamy lobster. Oh my. So this is the reason why I don't do voiceovers when I'm making videos, because it just makes me so hungry. Oh man, this is gonna kill me. Because I'm actually on a diet right now and I haven't eaten in a while. But yeah, so they had, like I said, really good meals in the dining room. This actually I did not like whatsoever. And then Bon Voyage. So they, like I said, they each have different themings, and depends on the night. They have like Italian night, Bon Voyage, which is the last meal night. They'll have like French night, just all these different nights, whatever. This right here, I'll always get. This is my go-to, the lamb shank, little brownie. Asian pork tacos, coconut shrimp. So good. So good. And cheesecake, and if you all can see, it looks almost identical to what I got in shops. So like I said, a lot of this food is almost reused, so just kind of think about that. If you are getting specialty dining, make sure you're getting something that you cannot find in the MDR. So what I'm basically saying is don't go to a specialty restaurant just to get a steak or just to get a lobster. Like, go there to get something unique. So yeah, like Like I said, Utopia has a lot to eat, and it's kind of unfortunate because Utopia, obviously, it's a short weekend cruise. I mean, if you all want to basically experience everything that's on this cruise ship, you're going to have to do it back-to-back. It's just no getting around it. Now, the breakfast, again, like I said, this is in the main dining room. As you all can see, it looks kind of familiar to what you would find in the Solarium Bistro and things like that, or the buffet. It's just made to order. That's the only difference. We have made it to the Crown Lounge. Now, this is my first time going to this lounge because my Utopia of the Seas cruise was my first time becoming Diamond. I enjoy this place as well. This is almost like the Solarium where you can go in there and just get quick food without being bothered and stuff like that. So I highly recommend it. And then Cafe Promenade. So again, there's so many different areas to get food. It really just depends if you want a snack or if you want a sit-down meal or if you want just a lot of food in general. Whatever how you feel is where you're going to go. But like I said, each place has their pros and cons. I mean, this park cafe is convenient, but again, you're not going to get full unless you get a bunch of snacks. Versus if you go to like the buffet or something like that. Now, this park cafe, this is actually in the Central Park area, and you actually can get some freshly cooked meals and stuff like that, some salads, things, whatever, sandwiches, donuts. You can, like I said, you can add it up to almost like a full meal, but still, if you're on a cruise ship, I mean, you're gonna always see food. So just don't think this is the only place you can go to and stuff like that. And that pretty much goes for every different venue on this cruise ship. Now, this is the buffet. This is the big deal here. And the reason why is this is on day one where they have the big lobster seafood thing or whatever. It's going to be very crowded, but you will find some pretty amazing food in here. As far as the lobster, it is cold water lobster. It is served cold, so it's not heating, nothing like that. And they do have drawn butter. But they have a lot more than just lobster. They have, they'll be cutting up some lamb. They have steaks. Ribs, they have a lot, and it's pretty cool. So what I recommend is, I mean, either go very early when you first get on the cruise ship, or go right before it's about to close, because if you go in the peak time when everyone gets there, it's around like 12, 1 o'clock, well, depending on your cruise time, it's going to be packed. It's going to be a madhouse. And so there goes the goat right there, and I mean, that's just, seeing that is just dope. And then there's the lobster right there. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, this is MrBucketlist. Make sure to check out my other videos on Utopia if you haven't, and I'll see you soon.